That pink is so cute.
I know.
This is a game changer, by the way.
It is, right? Today,
We got one from Sephora Accelerate.
I
was
know.
Like, yeah,
you told
that is
me.
such a good gift to give.
And I was like, and you were like, oh, this is what it's used for. I was like, use it, bitch.
Yeah, I will use it. I'm waiting to go back and put it on
Today,
my phone and use
Michaela
it.
sent me this. I'll just show you, and it's so apt. Wait, I have to show you 1 second. भाई हमारे इतने reels ही भेजते रहते पूरे एक दिन. अरे भेज, हाँ. Wait. Bro, it sticks on everything. It sticks on everything. I was like, fuck, that's so. And then he sent me this one, okay? Because I drink from this Stanley cup.
She's a keeper, Nikita. Good work, sister. I'm really happy for you.
Cute. May we bring in only the best in our lives.
Yeah, we have been doing that with our friends. We have some great
And now
friends.
that we're setting the right standard for men, we're also attracting the right men.
No, that's right.
That is right.
We've
See,
not had
if
some
you
really
remember,
good. Yeah.
I told you this on text saying when this whole Mr. Garg situation happened, I told you that I deserve the best and I'm not going to settle for shit.
Absolutely.
And that mentality, and then I was shown what it is, you know. Like,
and that doesn't go to say that we'll not compromise when it needs to be, we'll not meet them halfway, but like basic things.
Just treat me well. Like, women don't need much.
Don't keep me guessing all the time. Like that
playing
kind of stress
games.
just don't play the games. It's training.
Why play games? Like, I've always asked this question.
I don't know if they realize they're playing games. I don't know if they realize that. I think it's just how they are.
Just normal for them. No, dude. Healthy men, you know, healed men, they don't. They're not scared to show affection. They're not scared to double text. They're not scared to text you and ask you what's up like 5 times a day, you know. That is healthy. That is like, if you're interested, you're going to show me you're interested, dude.
Right.
You're not going to be like, I don't have the time and we will talk at one scheduled hour in the night for 10 minutes. Fuck you.
In fact, sometimes just double texting is what gets me interested. And I'm like, okay, then he is interested. Then he is taking out the time.
It shows that you're into me, and that's all women want to see, dude. And I don't want to be sitting anxious thinking about, oh, I texted him in the morning. Should I text him again? Like, that is the worst feeling as a woman.
Yeah.
Because
I don't want to double think what I want to do.
Because we love to give.
About him.
And we love to like samne se give and like talk, and if I have to sit and stop myself from doing that to a person who I'm interested in, who I want a relationship with, then you like, it's what's the fucking point, dude? Like,
then most of your mental energy is going and training where you want to be building something beautiful together
or getting to know each other. Like clean, healthy relationships. Like I was speaking to a girlfriend yesterday. I'm going to her birthday party tonight, and they just got married. And I know her through the guy because I know the guy. He's a old school friend. And she said this one thing yesterday. She's like, he's put the health in the healthy relationship. You know, like I'm happy, I'm glowing, and I was like, girl, that is such a beautiful line. Like,
absolutely, health in the
healthy relationship. Like she's like, I put on some pounds, I put on some weight, I'm a little healthy, but he's put the health in the healthy, and I'm like, I love that, dude. Like, to have a healthy, transparent, honest relationship where you both want each other so badly and you love each other, and it's no hiding, you know.
Yeah. I don't know if the healthy shows the same way, but I was feeling really meh the other day because I'd not worked out for a couple of days. This guy took me to bandstand, to that open gym, made me do duck walks, made me do lunges, and he's taken videos because I was struggling. It's like, give me 5 more crunches, give me 25 more crunches.
Cheerleader, that's what we want. We want a cheerleader, and I'll cheerlead you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But let me. Don't make me fight.
What's your favorite quality to have in a guy?
So it's changed over years, which you also must agree that, you know, maybe initially we liked some certain things, but now it's changed. For now, I want clarity and a surety that you want me.
That's right.
Like
I don't want to keep guessing.
Other things.
We're not 20 anymore.
Yeah, we're not 20 anymore.
Yeah.
And
you has the time.
Loyalty, honesty, all of that is basics.
Absolutely.
That has to be there, otherwise I won't be But from what I'm looking for, I need you to be sure that yes, I'm into you. You're the person. You're my girl.
That is so helpful. That allows me to also just give. Unconditionally.
And not keep guessing. I'm not living on breadcrumbs.
Yeah, absolutely.
The amount I have normalized breadcrumbs, dude. and I've always, and it's crazy because they keep giving you breadcrumbs and you keep and then you get used to those breadcrumbs and you think that is great.
Yeah.
But that is not even bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's not how it should be. Breadcrumbs are not bare minimum.
Absolutely.
What about you? What is the quality?
I think humor. I think if a guy,
so important.
I mean, like sometimes it can be blinding because
It's so annoying when they crack a joke when
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be
Yeah.
cracked.
Yeah.
But when you say blinding, what do you mean?
when I say blinding, I mean like sometimes I ignore the other things that are
Yeah,
important
you're
just
so
because they're
happy.
funny, because I'm always laughing. I'm like, yeah, crack a joke. I'm also the kind of person who's like, no rules when you have to crack a joke. Like,
That is true.
go on my
Oh,
past, go
like-
on my family, it's fine. Just crack that joke. Just
nice.
come to your mind, just crack it.
In the name of good humor.
In the name of
let's
good
do it.
humor. I think that's
Nice.
really true about the Goa gang as well. I think what they don't
Yeah.
hold back is, fuck you, we don't care. We're going to crack
But that
that
also
joke.
comes with time, no?
That
Because
also
we've
comes with
also
time.
grown up together.
Yeah,
We've
that's
literally
right.
we've grown up for the past 5 years. Now it's going to
Yeah.
be 5 years and counting. 2020, 2021.
That's right.
So I think that also comes with time because that's what I try and I am still a little touchy because I'm a
Yeah,
Cancerian. I'm
yeah.
very sensitive like that. So if something goes a little under the belt, I'm like, but I don't mind that from my besties
Yeah.
or my closest people
Yeah.
or like the
Yeah.
Goa gang and things
Yeah.
like that because those are your people.
Those are your
So
people.
with
They know
men,
you.
for me, it's like okay when I get
So
to know
touchy
you.
is only when you don't know them,
Know
but
the
otherwise
person.
you
You have to
allow.
earn it.
Yeah.
Like, for
Oh,
me,
so
it's
being
like-
touchy is okay.
Yeah.
But you have to earn it.
Like you need
That time is
to,
the way.
you need to earn that
Yeah.
to crack such under
Yeah.
the belt jokes
Yeah,
with me.
okay,
Like,
fair enough.
but humor, fair enough. That's
Yeah.
a very important point.
That's a very
You need to
important one.
laugh
You wanna,
through life.
you wanna laugh through life.
But
and
you wonder if it's him or you, because there's this reel I saw recently.
I love how Nikita talks in reels. Every time I tell her
Dude,
something, she
so
has to show
much-
me a reel.
So much information out there. This woman said it up straight. Okay, she's like, just because you're going on dates and having a great time, okay, it doesn't mean that he is an interesting guy. It's a projection of you on him, okay? Because you are a very happy, fun person. Okay,
That's right.
you love having a great time.
Yeah,
You will
that's
meet
right.
anybody and have a great
That is
time.
right.
'Cause that's who you are.
That's who I am.
And that
I'm like, if
was
I put in the effort, put on a good dress, put on the makeup, I am fucking going out and having a good time. I'm not wasting my night out.
and
Yeah.
you are the kind of person. We are the kind of girls who are we might be introverted, but we are
Yeah.
extroverted when we meet people,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And when we meet people, we'll talk to them, we'll ask them
Yeah.
questions, and we'll build on their answers.
Absolutely.
And in that process is where I lose track of whether
It's him
he-
or oh wow,
yeah, dude, and that shit hit me
Oh,
like a
wow.
truck. Think
so how
about
does
it.
one know? Like, just spend more time.
By actually shutting up and like
Oh,
seeing if he actually
shut up.
like
Okay,
if
to
he's
shut up.
actually making the effort of like getting to know you, because
Yeah.
majority of my dates in my early 20s,
Yeah.
I was the one just pulling the weight of the date. I was just constantly like
Because you also have this
that
energy.
fun energy,
and,
yeah. And I was like, you know what, I'll make it fun. And
yeah.
now I'm just like, wait a second, I am fun, okay, but wait, are you fun? Like, you talk, I'm gonna listen. So now I have to purposely shut up and just
Which is
listen.
also not easy for people who talk a lot.
I
Like,
know,
by the
I know.
way.
And I can't take uncomfortable silences on dates. Like,
Yeah?
I just go like, so like silences are great with friends. I can
Yeah.
sit quietly, we can sit
Yeah.
quietly, do our thing.
Yeah.
But on dates, I'm just like, ugh. But
Yeah, that's fair. I sometimes, to kill those silences, I've also played these games wherein the idea of the date is now we have to just keep asking each other questions.
I know that's
And
such a
only,
classic.
yeah, the only rule is don't repeat the question that you ask, and you have to answer the question. Like,
But I think this is important also because it helps break the ice.
It does.
Because I think when you
It
meet for
does.
the first time, I think even for till the 5th date, you
Yeah.
still don't know so much about the person.
you still don't know so much about the person even till the first
Now-
year.
yeah,
by the
that's
way.
true. So I think somewhere to keep it alive, to get to know more,
Yeah.
I feel that this initiative is important. It helps a lot on the
Yeah,
first date,
it does.
especially on alcohol. When you're like nice,
a lot of boys these days don't drink.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, Father?
By drinking an extra one, I guess. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm not an extra picante. I'm happy. All right.
I'll take one for you.
I'll take one for you.
I'll be more fun for you. You enjoy. But I would appreciate if the guy, if he doesn't drink, he's like, yeah, you do your thing. You
Yeah.
have your good time.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'll keep
Yeah.
up with you.
Yeah.
That is important.
Yeah, that is
Like,
important.
yeah, like-
exactly. Alcohol doesn't have to be the means.
Yeah, if he's not drinking, but he should at least keep up with you. He shouldn't be like,
Yeah.
oh no, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Oh, and be like a buzzkill, like. Dude.
We know exactly who we are talking about.
We're just talking from past experiences and countless
Particular
dates,
past
countless. But here's to all the single ladies out there. Trust me, you're good. Okay, you're doing well, and we love the energy you put into every
Yeah.
date and keep it going. But also, look at the other person and see if he's reflecting that back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Good conversation.
Yeah. Great.
Great start.
Great start.
Great start, girl.
All right, today sober podcasting.
Sober podcast day, secret. But great start. Hi everyone. Hi.
Hi
Fatima.
everyone. Hi Nikita.
So good to see you today. You look very pretty.
So do you.
I love your shirt.
Thank
That's
you. H&M.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Good.
Yeah, generally I don't H&M shirts, but
Yeah.
like H&M is like my go-to hair accessory,
Nice,
pajamas
nice. Yeah,
kind of
H&M
place.
is really up their game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Their hair accessories are so good.
So good. Bags also.
But then
very
bags also. And then when I saw the shirt, I'm like, okay, this is very
Good
neat. It's also like my go-to pick thing. Like it can be
Nice.
cash, it can be like formal. So
You can
shirts
just
are
wear
like
it
my
in-
go-to.
nice. And this
Yeah.
one is like a class, like a white shirt.
A white shirt and
and a
blue
blue
pants.
jeans.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic
You can't
combination.
really go wrong
Classic.
with this.
Very cute. So,
Thank you.
hi Fatima. Hi everyone. This is our attempt to
Yeah.
recording.
The first sober attempt.
First sober attempt, yes. We thought of this brilliant idea that, let's try recording this two ways, let's try this when we're drunk and let's try this when we are...
We were flying a little high than being drunk, I would say.
We're keeping
Okay,
it
we'll edit this
politically
part.
correct. No, we won't edit this.
Okay, we won't edit
But,
this. Mom, don't see it, please.
But I'm glad that we've tried both versions,
Yeah.
and now we are giving this another shot where we are out here and putting ourselves out here for you guys over something that we've been planning for a really long time, and we cannot wait to take you through this and make it happen. So for starters, Fatima, why don't you tell us something about yourself?
All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Nikita again. Okay, a little bit about myself. I grew up in Ahmedabad. I think because kind of growing up in a city where there are so many design schools around, I was kind of very creative from, I think, class 6, class 7. I remember hosting a bunch of NID students who are family friends. They used to come over the weekend, paint. And I'm like, okay, I was so intrigued about what is it that they're doing, and that's when I got exposed to, this is what design means. It's just beyond painting. This is what it can entail. So I think my exposure to design happened very early on, and which led me to very organically go study brand and communication for my undergrad. And after graduating, I was like, okay, the Gujarati in me was like, I'm going to start a business. So I started a brand called Calico Kids. It was a baby soft furnishing brand using minimal Scandinavian designs, but kind of using Indian artisanal techniques like block print, hand print to kind of put the designs on textiles.
Very cute.
Yeah, actually I had a lot of fun doing it, but I was very young, very naive, realized
How
that
old were you?
I was 21 when I started this.
Kudos to you though.
Yeah.
21 and
Yeah.
starting a business like back in the day. Okay,
Back
we're not
in
even
the day.
talking about now
Yeah,
where everybody
absolutely.
started.
But I feel like when you're younger, you have like a
So
bit
much more.
courage to take those risks. There's
Yeah.
nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like I think as you get older,
you get more scared.
You get
and,
more scared. I think your decisions have a lot of responsibility attached to it. So I think that changes.
Overthinking happens.
Overthinking happens. So, but I was lucky enough to kind of sell that business in the 2 years of incepting that
Sure.
business. And after selling Calico Kids, I spent the last decade in consumer tech in India and Southeast Asia, building brand and product for them. I have worked with some really good brands like Gojek, Swiggy, and PhonePe, building the entire brand systems and product design for them. And after that, kind of took a year off, and which we'll probably get into later. And I started, and I'm working on this brand called Ruveda, which is my second startup. But this time I'm more grown and I'm more mature. So Ruveda is a fine fragrance brand rooted in Indian heritage. What we want to essentially do is take more stories from India to the world through an olfactive experience, and that's what we are doing with Ruveda. And yeah, it's been a very interesting journey. It's been 18 months into building this. I can't wait to launch.
Love it. Love it. This is
absolutely.
so exciting.
It is.
I have a question for you. So from consumer tech to fragrances, how
Oh my
was
God.
that pivot? Like, how's that jump been? How do you do this? This is two different.
Yeah, I think I've also kind of lived my life in different phases. It was textiles when I've studied brand and communication, and then I landed myself in consumer tech. And I feel like a lot of people sometimes feel constrained by what they've studied or what they've always done. I think that's not true. If you put your heart to it, or if you put your mind to it, if your passion to it, you can do anything. But how Ruvada happened was I took that year off and I was like, okay, I'm going to end this year by traveling across the world and meeting a bunch of my girlfriends in the US.
Love it. That is so
Yeah,
perfect.
that was
Yeah.
perfect. I think meeting your friends from friends who you grew up with or friends from a different phase of your life can teach you so much. So I was in the US spending some time and I was at my co-founder's place, now my co-founder of then friend Navneet.
Shout out to Navneet.
Yeah, and we were sitting and we were both discussing how India is having this big moment right now. Like everyone is so curious about our culture. Brands from India are really picking up, and we were like, okay, let's build something. Let's bring something from India to the world. And that's when we kind of started researching and deep diving into it. And not just that, we also realized that, okay, let's understand the market from a business point of view. And we realized fragrance in general as a market and business opportunity since COVID had also been rising. And we saw this beautiful overlap of rising indie brands, rising fragrance as an industry. And we started researching more and we realized that India has been one of the biggest exporter of fragrant materials to the world. Even if you go through our history, Kama Sutra talks about fragrance as an aphrodisiac, Ayurveda talks about fragrance as healing. Mughals have gotten attars to India, and Noor Jahan is the one who discovered rose attar to begin with. So, like, there's so much heritage and history in fragrances from India. Not just that, there's so much fertile land that we have that also grows so many fragrant materials. So, we just thought there was so much of fertile land that also grows this fragrant material. So, we just also thought that, okay, we have so much in our history and so much about our land that talks fragrances. Let's take this to the world and show to the world that not just be a factory and just export, but rather build something, build a vibe, build a brand, and take that to the world. So I think that's where Ruveda was really born. It was an outcome of a year when I decided to just rest and do nothing.
And I love that. Yeah. And that's when it hits you,
and
right?
That's when it hits you. Yeah, you have to pause. You have to
reflect.
Like absolutely. And yeah, this also happened. I was taking this year off in Goa where also we met. Nikita, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey?
Okay, sure. So yes, before we get to our meeting story, I also studied design.
Yeah, that's right. We have that. We have so many things in common. So Ahmedabad, design.
We have similar,
Goa.
A very close, like a common friends circle in Ahmedabad.
Absolutely.
So I studied at NIFT. I did graphic designing, visual designing, basically fashion communications, and I started my career off as a graphic designer, art director, which I hated. I hated it. Hated it completely. And honestly, again, so young, so naive, didn't know where to head. After NIFT, I actually went to MICA, studied advertising, and then moved into advertising as an art director. Hated my job. It was nothing to do with the job. It was with my skill. It was like, putting a chef in an airplane, right? You're like in the wrong place, and I realized that after 1 year of my job. And though then I decided that it's time to start making a pivot, and my communication skills were always my strong suit. And this is something that I could never see, and my dad always saw this, and he kept saying that. And that's how I want to be a fashion designer, bro. I was so hell bent. I was those 17-year-old kids who was blinded, who wanted to study FD, okay? FD. I want to do fashion design. I want to make clothes. And I used to make a lot of these sketches as kids. But my dad was just like, please, I beg you, please go into fashion communication. And I think that was one of the best decisions he made for me in my life, okay? And back then I didn't know what so stupid. I'm going to be so honest. I was so naive and stupid. I didn't know.
We all were,
I know,
and it's not easy
some
to
people
decide.
aren't, bro. Some people really know what they want to do in life. I had zero idea, and I
feel like a lot of people just pretend that they know. Everyone is kind of figuring it out.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself. No, but some people do know. I am so envious of that clarity that they have. Like, how do you have this clarity?
Like, all these Greta kind of girls who just know that their vision, mission. I'm just like, I was so clueless. And especially looking at Gen Zs today who are killing it, okay? Shout out to you guys. Fucking killing it with businesses, social media accounts, all of that. And I'm like, dude, when I was 20, I was literally doing nothing. Like, but fair enough.
Yeah, but even to figure out that, okay, this is not what you're meant for. And listening to your dad. And having that support system around you that tells you. I think that takes a time to also build a community, a family, friendships that tell you that, this is what you're meant to do.
That's true.
Even for this podcast, our friends have been really pushing us
to
be
so
also
true.
be.
They're all like, when are you guys recording?
Yeah.
So finally,
guys,
we're here, we're doing
our
it.
first first 10 followers especially.
That's true. Appreciate the support. Love it. Love it. We're going to make you proud. But yeah, so then I started pivoting into marketing and communications, and somehow life got me opportunities in some of the best beauty e-commerce players, you know, Nykaa, Tira, all of these places. And that's how I grew my strengths in beauty and personal care as an industry. I also had a stint in the middle with Bacardi, which is very good to work with international markets. So I've always been a corporate girly and have moved and learned in the marketing sphere. And with more time, I understood that, okay, my strengths are in marketing, my strengths are in social media, my strengths are in communicating and storytelling. And that is when I started my content creation journey on the side, which happened again in Goa.
Absolutely. I've seen you with your phone. And I'm thankful. Okay, somebody has their phone because I'm really bad at it. I'm like, okay, Tikra, where are you? I'm going to be in the frame with you.
I remember the music festival. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning where the sunrise set. It's just the two of us. We have no idea where our friends are. And me being me, and you guys know it, I have my camera out and I'm like, yeah, videos. And Fatima, it's on record, it's on video. She's like, oh my god, I love that you're doing this.
Yeah, somebody's doing this. Yes, I've been wanting to do it so bad.
And I was like, yeah, don't worry, I got you, girl.
Yeah, but as a founder, you keep telling me to record content. I'm like, half the time I don't know where my phone is. Like,
you need a PA, okay? You're a very busy entrepreneur woman, businesswoman. You need a person, genuinely, we'll get into this in detail, but social media and content creation is a full-time job, and especially for people like you now who are building a business from scratch, there is already 1,000 things on your plate.
Absolutely.
And that is why it's so important to have a dedicated person whose job it is to make sure that even if you create the content, they have to post it. But again, I'm going to come back to this. You have to be proactive with creating
have to be
content.
Absolutely. We have to. But it's also very difficult to context switch. You know, I think more than it taking time, that switching context from now I'm building a perfume product versus working on packaging versus compliances. Okay, now I have to create social media content and I have to record myself. Right? It's very hard to kind of do.
That's the beauty of it. Thanks to social media, and we're pivoting for a bit because this is a very interesting topic. Storytelling has become organized. Now there are templates. Okay, so now what is happening is, back in the day, we used to watch TV shows. It was called episodes, right? Now people are episodizing their lives. Okay, so they're making different episodes of what's happening in their lives, and a lot of founders are doing this, where they're showing all of these different parts that you mentioned: product, compliance, legal, everything in under one umbrella.
I also think that a lot of audience want this underdog story, like which is.
They do.
I mean, I think like this episodic content on brand building is essentially Shark Tank on Instagram. Why people love Shark Tank is because there's an underdog trying to build something and now getting funding. I think Instagram as a platform is as big as Shark Tank, like if you really use it well. And I'm giving this feedback to myself that I really need to use it. But
even better actually, because Instagram gets your viewers and consumers up close to you, you know, and with like in the sea of brands and thousands of millions of brands just coming up every day, why is someone going to buy your product? They're going to buy it, and if obviously the product is the king, right? But apart from that, they want to see who is selling it, what is the story behind it. And now initially advertising was a big deal because people would build those stories around like a Volkswagen or a Fevicol and things like that. But now people are done with that shit. Now people want real stories. They want to see who is the person building this brand, and that's what makes the brand more human than just a brand.
It's a story they're investing themselves in,
and the people who are making it. So that is where we're here, because we're going to take you through a journey of various other stories like this.
Absolutely.
And that is where my content creation journey, this is something, all of these
How do you manage like a full-time job and content creation? I'm like so curious. Every time I open Instagram and I see a post, I'm like, did she not just get back from work? How is she posting within 2 hours of getting back from work? And
bro, I'm doing 1% of what I should be doing. I'm going to be so honest. And every day I'm so pissed at myself, because I told myself in 2025 that I'm going to get better with my content game. And I'm going to get, because
what is better?
More proactive with my community. So I have to be more interactive with my follower base. I have to build a community. I have to grow that community. And the major pivot that has happened in the whole content creation ecosystem is that when influencers started their journey, content creators started their journey, initially they would just post about their lives, and it looked great, it looked glamorous, or their clothes looked great, people loved looking at that, and people still love looking at that.
Curation is still a very
curation is amazing, but now everybody is living the same life, but back in the day, not everybody had that access, so there was a niche, but now everyone, and I love that for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone is traveling.
Yeah.
Everyone is wearing the best outfits. Everyone is
I
going.
love it when I go outside and I look at people dressed well. I'm like, wow,
This is so good to see. I know.
so good to see. People don't realize it's not like it feels good. You know, when somebody else is dressed well, their aesthetics also satisfies your eye. I'm like, yeah, I like looking at pretty things. Why not?
And now they're posting more about it.
Yeah.
So now people are becoming, they've realized they are becoming the hero of their own stories, right?
Yeah.
They're not looking, they still have role models to look at,
Yeah.
okay? Content creators are people that people like to look up to, or even look
Yeah.
at, you know, they're like, okay, in awe of their life or
Yeah.
whatever they're doing. But now people are also owning the main character energy in their lives, which
Absolutely.
is fucking amazing. I'm here for it. So in this case, now just doing the bare minimum of posting about your life is
Yeah.
called selfish content, okay? You
Ah.
just can't be talking, oh, look at my house, look at my clothes.
Mm.
No. How are
Provide
you
value.
value
Yeah.
providing? Exactly. And that is called unselfish content, which is what happens when you
Yeah.
start interacting with your follower base. It doesn't have to be like super solid gyan about like making $1 million and things like that. No.
Yeah.
Even if it's a normal conversation where you're just sharing your feelings,
Yeah.
or you're sharing what you went through at work.
Yeah.
It will help some other girl sitting in some other city
Absolutely.
to see that and be like, oh, you know what, it's okay, I'm not the only one here.
Yeah.
So that is some kind of value addition to her life, you know,
Yeah.
where you make them feel related, you know,
Yeah.
relatable and, you know, a part of the thing.
Yeah.
So that, my journey as a content creator started in 2020 during the pandemic when I was living in Goa. That's where we met. And I was living this beautiful, slow Allen girl life.
Yeah.
And, you know, I talk about this to my friends, but this is the first time I'm talking about it on this platform. It was so picture perfect. It was
picture perfect.
And in reality it was picture perfect. So I wasn't even faking it. My real life was on my grid.
I'm
And
so nostalgic about that time.
Yeah.
Every other month,
was
I'm like,
so
oh my god, that
good.
life was amazing.
life was beautiful. Those 4 years, we built a community, we built a huge group of friends, we got into activities that we never thought we would. We got into
Surfing.
fitness, surfing, bartending.
Bartending, that's why we are bartenders.
Shout out to Gin Join.
Shout out to Gin
Matt
Join.
Meghna. But
And Veranda, guys.
and Miranda and all our friends would come to the bar
Yeah,
every
exactly. The
time.
friendships that we built are
That.
so pure.
That.
Everyone was there cheerleading for each other, and it's not just a big group of friends that just like go out and party. We are
Yeah.
there. We are laughing. We are crying.
We were together, and all of that showed through my content.
Yeah.
And that is when my Instagram picked up, and I
Yeah.
gained a
Yeah.
big amount of following. And I was like, okay, interesting. You know
Yeah.
what? Let's do this better, more. But now I need to value add, coming back to
Yeah.
my point. So now I have to be more interactive with my community
Yeah.
while I can continue this entire story, because I am a person who is pro slow living, and
Yeah.
I eventually envision that life for myself. But at this point, I need to build a community where I can value provide through what I've
Yeah.
learned on this journey.
Yeah.
And that is where I'm at right now, and I think I'm not doing justice to it, because it is very, very hard. And big kudos to the guys and girlies who are doing it with a full-time job. It is discipline, it is getting your shit in place and posting all that content. It takes a lot.
It does
of
take
you.
a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
100%.
So we are just at day one, step one, 1%. But this is an initiative
Yeah.
to get.
So what does the
better.
next phase for you look like in terms of content creation? Are you trying to value provide to the same audience? Are you trying to build a different kind of audience now?
Good question. I want now, obviously, and this is one of the best initiatives that we are doing, Acid Sisters, is to build a community of women
Yeah.
and a sisterhood of women. So now I want to do things out there for the ladies.
Yeah.
We're girls. We
We
love,
are such girls, guys.
love you guys so much. And this, I thought that yes, while I can continue with regular content about a day
Yeah.
in my life and, you know,
Yeah.
interesting brands and nice outfits and things like that, I felt, and I'm sure you feel this way too, and that's why we're here, is that there's so much more that we can help and provide with.
Absolutely.
And that brings us
As
to
Acid Sisters.
Acid
We are
Sisters.
such girls, and I still remember how this idea was born. Just at a music festival.
tell them.
Yeah, just at a music festival, Nikita and I are center stage in the front, like raging, and we are like, bro, we know so many good women in our lives, and like, you know, we know such beautiful stories. Let's share these stories with the world. And I remember you also saying that we keep meeting such incredible women in our lives, and let's bring them forth and let's ask them questions, learn about their journey, and then share it with the world. And I think that's the beauty of Acid Sisters. It's like we've been lucky.
Yeah,
to
I
have-
think this has come at a very interesting point in our lives, at a
Yeah.
very pivotal point in our lives, where like you starting your own company, you starting your own business, starting
with another
Veda,
woman again.
with another incredible woman, and me, I'm also exploring like different ways of expanding my horizons, using my
Absolutely.
skills in marketing and content creation, bringing
Yeah.
that together. And I feel like this was the perfect time that this hit us, because I
Yeah.
think we're ready now to
Yeah.
start having this conversation and start bringing these conversations forward for women out there, for everyone out there, men,
Yeah.
women, everyone who can
Everyone.
just get inspired by stories of people, specifically all our sisters who are
Yeah.
killing it every
And
day.
I feel like it's because of these sisters that we have the confidence of doing so many things that we're doing. And I'm sure you would kind of vouch for it, right? Some of our best friends, I feel
Yeah.
like all the girlfriends in my life are
Yeah, biggest hype women. Oh my
biggest hype
God.
women, are the biggest cheerleader.
What would we do without you guys?
To all my girlfriends,
Like,
oh my God. what
do
would I
you have any moment or instance in your mind where your girlfriend cheered you up or really like put wings to you?
Yeah, like so many. Like Ishita is one of my best friends.
Shout out to Ishita,
Shout
I
out
love
to
you.
Ishita. Like she's always been there, no matter what. Bunch of my friends in US and Canada. I remember getting this message from a friend of mine. In fact, some of my girlfriends just know when to call me. They just know.
It's a telepathic
They just know when to message and call
Yeah,
me.
it's insane.
And just the other day, I got this message from a friend of mine from Canada, Ritika. Shout out to you. And she's like, Fatty, I don't know, my friends call me Fatty. Fatty, I don't know, I feel like 2025 is going to be your year. I feel like this is going to be so much your year, you're going to be killing it. And just to get that message out of the blue, it's not that we were chatting or anything, just to get that's
so
pure
incredible.
love.
Pure,
Like,
pure.
you know, it's just so pure to kind of have that. How about you? Do you have any anecdotes from
That so my best friend, my childhood best friend Anuradha, I love you, shout out to you. Incredible hype women. I swear, I don't know what we would do without our women, dude.
I don't
Like they are just this so I'll come to that point. So she and I, when we were kids, we know each other since we were 15. We made a promise to each other as kids back in the day. And you know, when you're kids, you're so like you said, you know,
Yeah.
there's no fear, and the world, you're like the world is your
Yeah,
playing field,
yeah.
right? You're so confident, that childlike confidence
Yeah.
that I can do anything. सब उखाड़ लेंगे.
responsibilities नहीं होती है ना
कुछ नहीं होती है ना, plus
पैसे कमाने की responsibility नहीं होती
true, but also overthinking and
yeah
fears and
yeah
like,
that's right
and you somewhere over time also start doubting yourself so much. Like,
so
you
much
had,
Oh my
I'm sure you
imposter
had
is
so
real.
much confidence when you
Yeah,
started your first
absolutely,
company, you know,
absolutely.
and now I'm sure you just go like, you sure, but so back then we promised each other that we will never stop dreaming big, okay? And this is a promise that I think all of us should make to each other, that never stop dreaming big, whatever your big is, okay? It doesn't have to be the same for everyone. Whatever
everything
your-
is possible
yeah,
I feel
whatever
like
your
anything
dream
you
is.
want to achieve is possible
Yeah, and till date, every time either of us has a low point or a
Yeah.
low moment and we feel like shit, we remind each other of this promise, and we remind each other not to settle.
oh
we
my
remind each
god
other
I love a good girlfriend
Yeah,
energy like girlfriends are such pseudo wives I feel like
that.
yeah like I remember Ali Wong has this piece where
Oh, I love that. I love that. We'll cue that
We'll
here
cue
for you
that.
guys.
She has this piece that I wish I had a wife behind me. Having a wife means you will be so successful. Women are such givers, and
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I feel like all my girlfriends are my pseudo wives, constantly cheering me on. And yeah,
I think it's incredible because genuinely the way they give, selflessly the way, you know, our girlfriends just support and hype us up is they're fixing the things that they didn't break, you know?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
It is. It's
That
just so pure. And this is also, you know, and okay, I'm not leaving out our guy friends. Like, our guy friends are also very, very pure. Like, thanks, Atishay, for pushing us to do this.
Girish, I love you.
Exactly. So all of our guy friends, Sahil, I love you too. So they've always.
Shobit, I love you too. Not gonna leave them out.
They're gonna be like, Swaraj, we love you. Okay, that's a long list of our guy
Adi, I
friends.
love you.
So it's, men, we're not leaving you out. You know you're there. You know who you are. But acid sisters, so we're gonna be focusing more.
Yeah, and like I
on
genuinely feel that both of us do have this women for women energy about
Yeah,
us.
and
right?
and I think we need this in today's
Yeah.
day and age, and women are getting it, and women are feeling it, and that's
Yeah.
why this is just sisterhood everywhere is getting so much stronger in general,
Absolutely.
and that's what brings us to Acid Sisters. This is our attempt to
Yeah.
try and bring some incredible stories to you, and just conversations about how are women and
Yeah, like talking about our lives, maybe bringing more
careers.
people in, more women in, or
Yeah.
more men in, like just
Yeah.
be talking about their journeys as well.
journeys and careers, and
Yeah.
how we can learn from these guys, because there is such incredible work happening around us everywhere, and we're so excited to share these stories with you, starting with ours obviously.
Yeah.
But yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That brings us to our next segment, which is the acid test.
Acid test. Okay,
It's
acid
just a
test.
fancy name for a rapid fire round, guys.
But it's so cute.
It is a really cute name. Thanks, GPT. No, I feel like
Fair enough. Let's give credit.
Absolutely.
Credit where it's due.
Absolutely. And I feel like people who know how to use the tools right,
That is so true.
very important.
Yeah.
Like
you use everything to your advantage.
Yeah, you have to. Like
Yeah,
there is no
yeah.
other way. It is here to stay. And the idea is to kind of learn to how. We are too young to not know how to use some of
That's
these tools.
true.
I understand if my parents don't want to get involved.
That's fair
I need
enough.
to learn.
We have to, because
have
it's
to.
this fast-paced dynamic. I saw this reel again. You know, I'm going to be quoting a lot of reels, and you guys just need to get used to it. But it is good content. Okay?
As long as we share those reels, I think we will.
Yeah, we'll share all of that actually. And it said just that use everything to your advantage. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a very, very competitive and very fast-paced environment, and everything that you have,
Yeah.
whether you have your contacts, whether you're beautiful, whether you're
Yeah.
smart, whether you know people,
Yeah.
whether your people know people, whether you know tech, use everything to your
Yeah.
advantage and make
Yeah.
it happen. Like
Yeah.
you have to build what you want to build. So,
Absolutely, 100%. And I feel like that, right? Like I didn't have any skills in making perfumes before, but it's the
Which is-
people around me. I was like,
yeah.
okay, what I know really well is a good network, and I know my friends, and I just like from the get go, like I was not afraid of telling everyone that I'm doing this,
yeah.
even when the idea was just an idea. And
Mm.
it has been built on top of that, right? You know, just by
Nice.
telling people and talking about it, and they're like, you know what, you can meet this person, or they can help you with this, and that's how even I've
Insane.
come this far where I've
So would you
come.
say everything has been like an accumulation of so many people who have put it together for you?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Or be it my friends in Ahmedabad opening up
It
their
takes a
office space
village.
for me.
Yeah.
It takes a village. 100%.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's so beautiful to kind of see when you're starting something. The people around you are so ready to support
so
you.
true.
That
Yeah.
is just, they are just there. You would not
Yeah.
expect that.
Yeah.
Just start. And you
Yeah.
will see the support will organically like fall into place.
Yeah, you're not alone basically.
Yeah, you're
right?
not alone.
You just have to
Yeah.
ask.
You
So
just have,
Fatima has this mantra.
yes, I have this mantra.
Please go ahead.
That you will get anything that you ask for. And anything, be it a small hairpin that you need. I remember still, like I was at the beach again, like a sunset set, and I was feeling really hot. My hair was down. I was like, I need something to tie my hair with. I was looking everywhere, I couldn't find it. Because I went to a random girl who was dancing. Like, do you have an extra scrunchie? And she's like, you know what? Actually, I do. And I feel like you get what you ask
Just
for.
ask
you
and you will get.
You just ask.
Ask and you shall get. That should be the tagline of our
Absolutely,
pod also.
absolutely.
Ask and you shall get. And that is something that I love. Fatima mentioned this in one of our prep calls for this, and it just stuck with me, you know. And
Yeah.
this was her mantra last year, and I think I'm going to make this my mantra this year. Just ask.
Just ask.
And you shall get. So
Absolutely.
time to ask.
Time to ask
You
on that
questions.
note.
Let's go. Acid test. Fun. Okay. I'll start.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Okay.
Okay. If your career was a Bollywood movie, what is the title?
Oh. I think Wake Up Sid.
Nice.
Or maybe Wake Up Sid about a year and a half ago when I was kind of still starting off and thinking what's next for me and building Ruwaida. Right now could be a sequel to Wake Up Sid, something that you guys probably didn't see in the movie. That
Nice.
after it hits you that this is what you're meant to do, what that transformation looks like.
What that journey is like.
I think I have grown in the last 18 months. I have changed. I've grown with whatever I'm building with Ruwaida. So I think, a Wake Up Sid sequel, if that's a fair
Very
answer.
cool. I love that. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to see that. The Wake Up Sid was a great movie.
Hopefully
it
you'll
was,
Yeah.
it was way ahead of our times back
was
then.
way
We were,
ahead
we
of
were
our-
kids. We didn't
Absolutely.
understand what it actually feels like to be so lost and
Yeah.
not and doing something that you don't want to do, or
Yeah.
just like not having
And
a
finding
direction.
what you're good at, or
Yeah,
finding
finding your
what it is that
passion.
you want to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a
Nice.
movie ahead of its time. And yeah, which brings me same question for you, Nikita.
Fair
Actually,
enough, fair
yeah.
enough.
What if your career was a Bollywood movie? What is the title?
That's such an interesting question. I think we should ask this to everyone we get on this board. It's such an interesting question.
It's actually a really good icebreaker question
yeah,
as well.
that's
yeah.
true. We'll
And
get
I'm
them
such a
really-
Bollywood girly.
You are? I'm not.
No! I am a
I know
Bollywood
the
girly.
classics, but I don't keep up. But from what I can remember, it would be Zen and MD, Zindagi Na Milegi
I
Dobara.
love that movie.
They're making a sequel.
Yeah, sequel.
They're making a
With three
sequel.
women, if I'm not wrong.
No, they're
With the same crew and the same cast.
Akhtar, what's her name?
Zoya
I'm so
Akhtar.
bad with Bollywood. Yeah, Zoya Akhtar released like a teaser on her Instagram as a reel again, where the four of them, so the three men and her are sitting and they're just like looking at a script. It was a pure teaser and the internet blew up. They were like, "What? Zen and MD Part
It's such a
2?"
classic.
It will be insane. I can't wait to see what country they
Yeah.
pick and blow up the tourism for that country. Because every time
Oh
we
my
pick
god,
a country,
Chamatina is still. Oh my god.
but all Indians are there. I love that. We started off with like Switzerland and Yash Raj, and now we like every country that. But yeah, ZMD. I think I'm a cusp of like Farhan and Ritik right now. So I'm actually more in my Ritik phase, who's trying to like let go of that corporate hustle and like taking meetings from a beach and random places with my colleagues from different markets. But yeah, ZMD would be the movie.
You want your colleagues to hear this?
Well, I have been told by my boss you can work from anywhere as long as the work is done.
Okay,
I'm not
fair.
going to quote
That
her.
I trust you on. You are a hardworking
Yeah,
girl.
that's what we did for like 4 years in
Yeah.
Goa during the pandemic and post-pandemic for however long we
Yeah.
could stretch it. We were working from the beach.
We were working.
I flex about it. This is one of my biggest flex on dates.
Yeah.
Okay, like I go
But
like,
Nikita, you are next level. Like you could be working like heads down, and within like 10 minutes, you'll be ready to party and send it. Like, I have seen your switch happen. I'm like, how is this girl doing this?
bro, we all were doing this. The
We were all
energy.
doing
The
it.
first 2 years was all of us going ham. Then the next 2
Yeah.
years, if you saw a transition,
Not me so much. I don't know if you remember me doing that so much. But
fair
yeah,
enough. Yeah, but the first time when you came to Goa, so we met.
Oh, yeah.
on a beach.
It was actually a party after that we became friends.
Yeah, exactly. So the first time we met through a mutual friend, Shubhi. Shout out to Shubhi.
Shout out to Shubhi. You have been a big cheerleader, Shubhi. Thanks for being one of our 10 followers, by the way.
I love that. And Shubhi spotted me on the beach, and Fatima was with Shubhi,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh my God, hi!" And then she introduced us.
Yeah.
And you were solo traveling then.
That's
after
right.
that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Come, let's
Yeah.
chill." And if you remember, the next day itself, you came to meet me at Veranda. I was bartending.
That's right.
And after Veranda, which is when my shift ended at 12, we were so energetic. We got onto a bike.
Nikita, you have the energy for two people alone. So we were energetic, right? But yeah, you did do all the riding all the way
Oh
from
my God. From Mandrim to Anjuna.
Anjuna, that's
Yeah,
right.
we
Yeah,
went to
Prana.
Prana. Oh my
Prana
God.
then, yeah.
Prana then. And we partied that night.
we
And
really partied. that
the
night.
next day we would work. So I think we were very good with doing that kind of.
Yeah,
And I think
we
that's
were younger. Also,
Yeah.
I didn't get that bad.
We didn't need the 8 hours
yeah,
of sleep.
Yeah, I need
Ah!
I really do.
I hate that. I really like, for me, sleep has become so important now. Like I'm
Like, you know, I
literally,
see, I'm like, only 6 hours? No, I can't function today. I need 2 more hours.
dude, I am canceling dates. I am like not going out at night now because I'm like, you know what, guys, I need, and I miss that. Like in
Yeah.
your early 20s, you would do this midweek,
Yeah.
but now things are only
Yeah,
for the
Wednesday
weekend.
ladies night.
I'm just drinking, catching up with friends, and now you're just like, no, guys.
No,
I
Wednesdays,
have
Sephora
work.
Wednesdays for me.
There you go. So I think this is the life we also
Yeah.
want to build. You know, we
Yeah.
want to build a life where
100%.
we can work from.
Yeah, I feel like also
each.
life is lived in different phases. Every
Yeah.
age has a different phase of life
That's
that you
true.
should give into it.
That
you
is
should
true.
not keep stretching your teenage into your 20s, not
That
keep
is
stretching
such a
your
good
20s
point.
into your 30s, and like just give into the age. And I think aging also has been such a
Beautiful.
privilege. Yeah,
Yeah.
very beautiful privilege. I want to like make the most of it, make the most of my 33, 34.
And that's what I want to tell people, you know, like I hate it when people shame, or not even shame, but they scare you about your 30s, because we both are now
I
in our
love
30s.
my 30s.
And I
Oh my
just go
God.
like, no, guys, you have to change the narrative. Your 30s are your 20s, but better.
With money,
more
clarity.
money,
Yes.
with clarity, with stable relationships, with better
Absolutely.
friendships, with a good career that you're working towards,
Absolutely.
and wiser decisions. Like, it's just
100%.
so much better. And I want to tell this to everyone who's like a 90s kid who is worried about their 30s. Probably the ones who've already turned 30, they're not that worried. I am turning 30 this year. And everyone who is going to turn 30, chill, okay? It's going to be great. Take care of your
Yeah.
body, okay? Take care of your health.
Very important.
And
For all the women.
yeah.
That is one thing that will definitely hit.
Yeah.
After 30, your body does show up signs. So good time to start
those
eating.
signs also show because you're not taking care of your
Yeah,
body.
so which is why good time
Yeah.
to start taking care of your body, skincare, eat well, very, very important. I feel like I felt like
physical activity.
Yes, physical activity. I felt the drain, I felt the change in my physical
Yeah.
body the moment I hit 30.
Yeah.
So yeah, just take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself, and you're gonna be great. You're gonna be fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm telling, and I'm telling this to myself because honestly, it's all about the mindset. You know, I'm sure you've met these old people. There are two type of old people. Old people, when I say old, I'm talking about actual old 50s and 60s old. There are two type of old people I've come across. One who just go like, oh, we're old, we can't do this, fuck this. And then the other which is like, no, I'm still young, you know. And you see the difference in the way they live, the way they glow, the way they are, you know.
Absolutely.
It's such a mindset thing. And especially for women, no, you don't have a clock.
Yeah.
Life does not end at 30. No. Like, I can go on a rant about this forever.
Yeah. But biological clock is a very real thing.
But that's also changing, babe.
Yeah,
you know,
we have egg freezing. There are a bunch of things that
women giving birth in their 40s has increased by 108%. I was reading this article the other day. We're going to post this again. It's increased 108% from the 90s, because back in the day, medicine, you know, like health, and back in the day, girls got married younger, so they had kids younger, you know. And now women are focusing on careers. Women are focusing on making their dreams come true, building a life with their partner, enjoying
also
that
knowing themselves better. And I feel like that is so important before you get another human into this world. You know, like it's to feel more stable.
That's it.
Not like it's not going to be an ever growth journey.
Learning journey.
It's always going to be that. But I feel like it's very important to also feel very much in your skin before taking that decision. You know?
Yeah, that's so true. And you can do it anytime. Just don't worry about the clock. Do your thing. Take care of yourself, your mental health.
Yeah. I remember on your point about the shifting the narrative. I remember sitting with my mom, and she's going to be turning 60, and she's like, okay, now I'm getting old, and like all I wanted for you kids to just settle down, and now it's my age. Now I was like, you know, mom, like she said, she used this word like, now it's sunset time for me. And I was like, you know, mom, what? It's a moonrise time for you. Shift that narrative.
Very
You know, you're getting into your moonrise phase. Your kids are settled.
Yeah, you can just chill.
You can just chill. You can go out with your friends, just do that. And I'm glad she's doing that. I think she's built such good friendships now that she has more time. And I'm so happy for her that she's done that, because it's very important. It's very important to have good friends in your life. Community
is everything.
Yeah. Family is definitely very important, but I feel like similar age friends also add so much value to your life. So it's very,
that is so
important.
true. Just a community that you invest in, that encourages you to do better, you know, and just pushes you, and and that's why we're here on this couch. It's our community that has inspired us.
Absolutely.
And that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
But yes.
A rapid fire, which is not very rapid, guys. So
we're girlies talking. But okay, next question. What is an investor collab or collab you want to manifest? Oh, this is such a good question. Okay, so guys, for context, this is the manifestation couch.
Okay, really? Are we doing Karan thing?
Yeah, it's a manifestation couch. You manifest, because I've sat on this couch and I've had in detail conversations with my girlfriends about what we want out of life, you know, and I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
manifesting, I think it's something that I am working towards already. Nav and I have been working towards, and I feel like one collab or investor that I will be talking in Ruveda context, obviously. So I think it'll be Priyanka Chopra.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like she has taken the Desi and the Desi girl to the world global. In a way. Yeah, she's just taken India global, and I love that about her. And I feel like She has that confidence. She does it so effortlessly, but you can tell there has been so much hard work that has
Sure.
gone under, and that doesn't show. But like you can tell that this journey wasn't easy, and like I'm absolutely in awe of her that she has carved a name for herself in the industry, which is so new and so different.
and so
It's
difficult
not
to crack
so
into as a person
difficult.
of color. Like,
Yes, absolutely. And so I think for those virtues that she has, and I feel like, which is why we feel that she's so much the Rubeda energy that
Yeah.
we want to take a piece of India to the world. And
nice.
I see her carrying that beautifully. So yeah, that's one investor collab
That you manifest.
absolutely-
PCJ, we're reaching out to you. If you know her, send this to her. We would love for you
Yeah,
to take, be a part of the Ruveda
I
story.
would love that. Yeah, absolutely. That would be
Love
a big win for
Manifesting. It's gonna happen. Yes, it is gonna happen, and then we'll play back to this
Yeah,
footage and be like,
absolutely.
"Oh, we manifested it." You see, I think in content pegs. That's how my brain works. That's how my brain works. Fair
What
enough.
about you, Nikita? What kind of investor collab? Not investor, but a creator.
Dream collab?
Yeah, any kind of collab that you would
That is
want to
a
manifest.
good question. I would honestly, there's so many incredible brands doing some really incredible work. I eventually want to work for ocean conservation in a way where I can bring some of my skills to
Yeah.
just work with ocean. Like, I'm an ocean baby, and I want to
That's a
eventually.
new diver, by the way.
Yeah.
That's every new diver out there, by the way. I wanted to do ocean after my first dive for 2 years. I'm like, something in ocean is what I...
There you go.
No,
So-
but it's very real. I know I've
Yeah.
seen you around water, and I know how much you
I
love-
just want to figure
Yeah.
out how can we
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Like, because we're such water babies, and
Yeah.
we need to do something. We need to figure out how we can give
Yeah.
back to the planet. And so I'm still figuring it out. I want to eventually, the dream collab would be, building a brand or a community or that is for women and that encourages the slow, nice,
Yeah.
happy nature lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm manifesting that to be able to build that and see who I can collaborate with. Maybe Ruveda and us can collaborate. That can be
Hopefully,
a dream
Rubella will
collab.
have a studio in Goa by
Oh,
then.
yes, manifesting.
Manifesting.
But do something with the community
Yeah.
and be by the beach and build something
Yeah,
together. is
absolutely.
my-
Yeah, I have this weird goal in life, which is that I have to be within 30 minutes of ocean.
Oh, I love
Like,
it.
I have to
That is
live in a place where ocean
clear.
is 30 minutes away.
Amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Crystal clear.
Which is why I love Bombay, because it has it in the air, but I can't really go into the water and swim.
That is true. I know.
Yeah, I want to go take a swim.
I know. Just go
Sunset
for a
swim.
dip. There's
Yeah.
this saying we have in our community in Goa that if you're having a hectic day or you're very stressed or something's going just off, they just go for a dip.
Even if you have a cold,
Yeah.
just take a
Just go
swim,
for a dip.
and it just
You just feel so
magically
much better.
disappears.
Yeah, like go for a dip. Going through a downer, go for a dip. Going through a breakup, go for a dip. Like, it's that simple, and
That's
it's
that
just
simple. That's true. It's
so,
so
yeah.
true. It works.
It works.
Yeah, every time.
So next question. Ooh, I love this.
Oh,
This
oh my
is for
God.
you. What is your toxic trait as a founder?
Many.
No comments. No comments.
Many. But I think one that I'm trying to change is also I sleep with my laptop. I think
How do you manage? Like how? How is it there?
it's just always there. And sometimes it's also open and it's there. So
oh my god.
that's really tough.
Are you like just a corner sleeper? Like you don't take
Yeah,
much
I'm a
space.
corner. I'm a
That's
corner.
why. I'm a Bharatnatyam sleeper. I go my laptop would be out,
Yeah.
But damn, dude. Okay, so
Yeah.
what are you doing to work on this? What are your measures?
I am trying to keep trying to date.
I love it. That is such a good answer. I've got a boy in the bed.
I'm gonna go now.
Love it. Accountability and another human being. I love that answer. Brilliant. Okay. Cool. Next question. One thing, I'm not going to answer this question because I don't have any toxic traits. Haha, no, I do.
Oh my god,
I'm not a
I
founder
mean,
yet.
Yeah, look at, she has run out of phone space.
Okay,
For-
that's true. That would be my toxic
yes.
trait. Okay, I have a toxic trait. I have this thing about I want to capture every memory. So because I'm just like, what if I forget? And fine, okay, you want to capture everything. So, but now I've worked towards it in a way where when something's happening, if it's a birthday or a wedding or a music festival, anything, I'll take the video and I will stop, like consciously be like, that's it, now I want to live in the moment. I've captured my memory, now I want to live in the moment. But I have to capture that memory, okay? Otherwise, it's always running in the back of my head. Okay, so that is a toxic trait. And then deleting shit from my phone. I just, even if I've backed it up, I cannot delete it. I'm like, what if I want to see it later? You will never see a picture from 2 years back later, but I will not delete it. It's such a toxic trait that I don't have
constantly
memory.
running out of space.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
She
Now
wants to cut this podcast down to like by
30.
10 minutes. Yeah. I'm like, why? I don't have space. That's her answer. I'm like, all right.
It's a legit issue, guys. And that's my toxic trait. Good question.
All right. Do you want to ask the next one?
Yes. One thing people think is cool
Oh my God.
about your job, but it sucks. It's not cool.
There are many things. I have literally gone to offices and shops where there are rats running to figure out where I'm going to get my bottles from. But I think one of the things that people don't see that successes don't happen overnight. It's been 18 months. We have been building this. It takes time. It takes effort. So when they see someone launching a brand, it feels very cool to be a founder of that brand. But the amount of work that has gone into building that, sometimes I think at least once a week I weep. It is hard. It is hard. But it is also very satisfying
Rewarding.
and very fulfilling and very rewarding as well. Right? I don't think I want to be doing anything else. Even with so much of noise around me, so much of madness around me, I still want to be doing this. Absolutely. So I think one thing that people think is cool that, oh, she's the founder of a beauty brand, but oh my God, does everything look glam behind the camera? Not really. And hopefully that is going to be the episodic content that you've been pushing me to create, that I would
That's
definitely
true.
want to create.
Show the people the hustle. Show it to them. They don't want to see the glamorous parts. They actually want to see what goes into making it.
Absolutely,
Yes, we
yeah.
don't want to see the rats. No.
Yeah.
But we want to see all those small shops you go
Yeah.
to, all the vendors you
Yeah.
speak to, all of that makes your brand
Yeah.
your brand.
Absolutely.
You know, the roots.
Yeah.
But that's a good point, and this is an
Yeah.
important point, I guess, for all aspiring entrepreneurs out
Yeah.
there. And you're the second person. I met another entrepreneur last week to play pickle, because pickle and paddle is the new golf, and she said the same
That's
thing.
another thing Roki mentioned, that what are these 30-something girls doing? They're playing
Pickle and paddle.
Pickle and paddle is the new thing. So it's picante. Picante, pickle and paddle has become.
What is picante?
Picante is a tequila cocktail. There's
Oh yeah, picante. Yes, I thought it's a game
No,
now.
it's not a game now. It's just this new tequila wave that India's had for the
Bro,
last 1 year.
yes, of
Like
course, of
everyone
course,
wants
yes.
to drink tequilas now.
Yes. We had the gin wave back
Yeah,
in
the
the day.
gin
We were
wave.
gin bartenders
Yeah.
at the gin joint. But yes, tequila is the next
But I
big
do prefer tequila because I feel like
Tequila's
I'm done
amazing.
with sweet cocktails.
Yeah,
Like I
tequila's
want
so good.
savory. Tequila is
thing. So good.
even mezcal is even better.
Mezcal is also very good. Very good. But coming to the point, yes, pickle and paddle is the
Yeah.
next thing. So girlies, maybe we should start a pickle paddle club next time you come to Bombay.
Every
And
time
we-
Nikita we meet,
we
we want to
should-
start something, don't we?
It would be an Acid Sisters meetup, you know,
Actually, let's do that.
like playing
Yeah.
paddle, bringing together all girls from different whatever, and
Let's
you
do
know,
that.
have everyone meet and talk
I saw you
about.
play. Did you go for
Yeah,
paddle or pickle?
I went for pickle. I thought I was going for paddle, and it was pickle, and I found out it was pickle after I was done playing. I was like, guys, great. They're like, great, this was pickle. I was like, no, I thought I came for paddle. So
Good, you don't post your content real time.
and I said to everyone, I'm going for paddle today, and then I ended up playing pickle. But I think it's a great idea. I think we should do a meetup where
Yeah.
because that day so the person who made the plan was my college senior, but through her I met two other very interesting women.
Yeah.
One of them is starting her own swimwear athleisure brand, and the
Oh wow.
other is a yoga instructor, yoga teacher, and she's traveling the world.
I
And
love what
and,
women are doing these days.
and I was just like, this is we should get them on the pod.
We should get them on the board. Absolutely.
So it was insane.
Our list is increasing, and I love it.
Love it. We
I
just
love
need to
it.
like
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah. We will make it happen.
But we're looking out, and we are always open to meeting so many women. We're here to meet you. So if you know or you yourself would like to come share your story with us, please hit us up. Okay,
Absolutely.
drop
Leave
us
it
a
in the
message.
comments. Tag them.
Tag them.
Tag yourself.
Drop us a message. We would love to have this conversation with you and share just this conversation out there for more and more people.
Yeah, just I am curious about knowing what women are up to, what their journeys have been like, how they're building things the way they are building, how they're living their lives. Like you said, content creation requires discipline. I need hacks and frameworks.
That's so
on
true.
How to
we
do
learn
this.
from each other.
We learn from each other.
Yeah. And this is something that, I've been also, I remember mentioning this to you earlier also, and I've been having this common discussion with women everywhere I go, that I can only speak in context to my country, India. I think women in India are going through this collective renaissance, okay, where we, for the first time, our generation collectively has so much power, so much independence,
100%.
money, education, freedom to do the things. And this is all because of, obviously, all the work our mothers, our grandmothers, their mothers have put in. So all because of that, today we stand where we stand, starting our own companies, starting our own podcasts, doing our own things, traveling the world. And I feel that this is an incredible time to be a woman in India. Like
100%.
And those stories.
However, though, I do have like just for the sake of, there is more feminism.
Yeah.
This is what you're referring to, like that everyone is a feminist, everyone is doing their own thing, very independent. But it constantly always takes me back to this innate femininity that we have. And I feel like even when we are in our feminism, we have to constantly fight that femininity that we have. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see. I'm very curious to see when I talk to people that how they balance both of these and how they...
That's a very interesting point. So you're talking about feminine energy and feminist energy,
Yeah,
which,
because both of them are true. Like one is what the world has taught.
Do you think the feminist energy is more masculine energy that we're talking about? Go-getter, let's get shit done, equal rights, equal pay, testosterone running through your body, and so I think it's a balance. It's a yin and yang of both.
Yeah.
I think for the longest time, women didn't get the opportunities, and that's why they were fighting for those opportunities.
Yeah.
And now what I've realized, which to answer your question, which is a very good question, is that you can't be in an extreme of either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I feel ambitious, yes, I'm here, but there's also the side of me who wants to coil up and cry and just be like in her, or just give, or
just like hug her friend or hug her
friend,
boyfriend,
or feel a little good about someone else paying the bill. I can totally pay my own bills, but just take up the check. It makes me feel good.
I know.
I will get you a really expensive gift, and that's how I make up for it. I'll balance it out, but just do this little thing.
I think
pick up the check.
it's a yin and yang. I think we're handling so many things together. We're career women, and it's incredible how career moms do it. They're the best examples of balancing this. Like I'm single, so I am in my extreme feminist mode where I'm going at it, full throttle. But like Nav, for an example, who has a baby, like you're managing your feminine energy and your feminist energy.
100%.
Right?
Like how do they fight that? Because a lot of moms who are also career driven have told me that there is a guilt associated that they have to detach from. That absolutely,
it's insane. I don't know how they balance it, and also there are a lot of societal conditioning that you have to like get over from a point of view of the mom should be there. But what if the mom has dreams, that she wants
100%,
to like
100%. I feel like, which is when the whole idea, again, you keep talking about community, but that comes across, like I feel like
that is so true.
Just building this with a woman. So when probably I'll have that time in my life, maybe I'm getting married, and she will know what it means to be a bride and to give me that space. I knew what it was for her to like be
a mom.
Yeah, be a mom and to be there for her child, for me to support her in that journey as well. But like sometimes I am in awe of how she is juggling. It is not easy to be breastfeeding and taking Google Meet calls. Yes, absolutely.
Women, superhumans. I am like so blessed to be a woman. I wouldn't
have it any other way. Oh, I love it.
I love being a woman with all of those period cramps and pain and drama that comes with being a woman in this country.
Yeah.
I would still be a woman. Like,
absolutely. I love my jewelry. I would love to be a woman. That's one of the biggest privileges I feel like.
Sisterhood, dude. Like to be able to share these feelings with your girlfriends.
That's right.
To look pretty and to like dress up and just
I love my girlfriends.
I love it. I love being a woman. Love it. Okay.
All right. Next question.
Why don't you go for it?
Okay. What is your main character moment as a woman in business?
Okay. So for me, it would be
as
a marketing girl.
Yeah. Wait. Let me repeat that question. Okay. As a marketing girly and a content creator, tell me what has been like your most main character moment for you.
Love it. Okay. And this is such a good question. For me, it happens every time when I'm planning a marketing campaign or an event for my brand. And I'm representing that brand. So I've put in all the work to make that event happen. But at the same time, I'm also at the center stage at that event as a content creator covering that event. So I love that when that happens. Like it's happened when I launched Max Factor last year. It happened right now for Adidas. Uh, every time I plan the whole marketing campaign, the whole launch, the whole journey, and thanks to also being a content creator, I cover that event and
You do it so well.
I do both sides
oh my
of
God,
things.
you do it so well.
So I make the PR box and I take the PR box. That's what I love saying. Oh my God. And that makes me feel so fucking powerful. Like I'm like,
absolutely.
I've done the whole journey.
Yeah.
I've built the brand, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm also creating content around it and putting it out there.
Yeah.
So it feels like a whole complete circle for me, and that is when I feel proud that like I'm actually harnessing all my talents.
Yeah, I feel like content creation in general is such a moat now to have.
Yeah.
It is not easy.
It's
like
not
when I
easy.
see you so effortlessly, I'm like, how?
But then also what people don't see is the work that brand managers put behind the brand. You only see the content creators posting about the product, but
no, I know. I'm on the other side.
Exactly.
I know.
It's the brand and the marketing managers who have put tireless nights into like building that campaign, deciding the brief, deciding the campaign idea, reaching out and briefing the influencers. These are all the people at the back who don't get seen. And that is what makes the brand, because she is like, you are going to decide what Druida stands for, right? And then obviously you're going to get someone who resonates with the brand, and she's going to take and amplify your message further. But it starts with you. And that work people don't see, and that that is what I feel proud about, is the background work of it also. It's very it's different to obviously create content with the brand, but to make that content and like brainstorm and make it happen is like a whole different ball game. So I think that is my moment. What about you?
My main character moment,
as a woman in business.
I think it would be every time that there is a sample box that comes home, be it my perfumes or packaging samples, and when I open it and I see those samples and I touch it and I feel it, I'm like, something that was an idea about a month ago is actually an existing living product. I think that is when I feel like a real main character energy. I'm like, wow, I have made that, out of thin air.
Does it feel like your baby?
It does feel like my baby. It does. A lot of people say that, your business is like your baby, but it does feel like that because genuinely you are growing as a person as you are building it, just like you would with a baby, right? But I would also, like, to a lot of people out there, I would also definitely tell you this, because it's the advice I got from another friend of mine who's built a really successful business and sold it, that don't let your business be your entire identity. Very, very important. There are so many other facets to you that could be true. So if anyone who's listening to this, building their own thing, don't let your work. I am learning and I'm trying. I still sleep with my laptop, but I am learning to not let Rovetha become my entire identity, but it will forever
but
be
it must be hard.
It is hard.
Because it's hard. Everything that you're investing your time and energy into, right?
And money.
Yeah,
and bootstrapped, guys.
So then how do you detach? Like, how do you maintain that balance? Or do you think there are phases that require you to like make it your everything, and then eventually, how is it as an
I think what I try and do is work with my menstrual cycle.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. So I try
explain it to us.
Yeah. So if let's say I'm on my period, or I know that is the phase when I need to let my body relax, probably pick a good book, go to the beach, hang with my friends. So those 4 days, I try and take it light at work, because I also know no matter how much I put in, I am not going to be able to be as productive at work. Fair. But I also know in my luteal phase, after my periods, it's the luteal phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm very bad with these terms. Yeah.
So that's when I will have my testosterone high, my estrogen's there. Like I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna kill it. Go. So I think one way I'm trying to do this now and balance it is identify that, okay, like, try and sync in with my monthly cycle and take a break during those periods and those times. It's definitely easier said than done, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work out more regularly. I think there was a phase where I was like, okay, only Ruwada is what I'm building, and I'm not working out. Acid Sisters is another one, right? Like it's not just Ruwada. I'm trying to do other things, with my life as
which
well.
is good, which is a good example
which
of
is a
how
good-
you're building different things which will then integrate together.
Which I think something you also said earlier today, right? Which is you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to, and somebody else also told me this earlier this week when I met them, that he had 3 businesses, and I'm like, how are you doing 3 businesses? Because I constantly juggle with this idea that only building Ruwada, or should I be consulting and getting some money on the side? And what they said is like, you have to diversify. Figure out, you can always give 50-60% of your time to this, but figure out what you're going to do with the rest 40% of your time. Because no matter what you do, I don't think if you give your 100%, you're going to be productive your 100%. Like if fatigue reaches and it's real.
Also burnout. You want to
Also
avoid
burnout.
that.
Yeah,
and as a creative person, I'm sure you also must feel this way, that you need different outlets of your creativity.
100%.
Like somewhere I'm sure you must be having like these how writers have writer blocks,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So you must be having that with
absolutely, which is what allows me like building the brand for Swiggy or now PhonePe. I think the idea of even doing something different creatively definitely allows me to kind of sometimes what I'm doing in these other projects also show up in Ruwada. Like, it helps me get over that block sometimes, like you said.
Very nice. And you never know what kind of ideas you might get that just connects for your brand.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Good question.
All right. I have a question for you.
Yes.
What's the one life low that somehow worked out in your favor?
Good question.
I always ask good questions.
Says the girl who we planned these questions together, and she says this. But fair enough, I will let you have it. I like the way you asked me this question. But no, important question, because life lows are such incredible life lessons, and how you take them and how you see them is the main game changer here. And for me, it was when I was in between my job switch, I tried to sit down and prepare for the GMAT because I wanted to pursue my MBA, and I gave it like 3-4 months of just studying, quit my job, just studied and things like that. And that exam I just couldn't clear. Somehow there was this fear, and these competitive exams, more than your knowledge, are test taking skills. So while I knew and I had studied very well at the exam because of the time and all of that, I would always freak out, panic, and fuck it up. And after 3-4 months of giving your entire life, when all your friends are traveling, people are going to parties, everybody's doing everything, and FOMO is real, you are just sitting and studying at home because you want to clear this exam, and it doesn't go through. That hurts. That hurts.
I'm sorry, babe.
I know. And but what I reminded myself from this was that you've grown as a person from this. You've learned a lot. You've grown. You've become better with just in general, your skills. Whatever you've studied is not going to go to waste. And
100%.
And I feel that everything happens for a reason. So after that, I got a kick-ass job, and which helped me travel, learn more about the beauty and personal care space, gave me the opportunity to work on some incredible brands, meet some incredible people, and I felt like it was great, dude. Like, I think
look at you, and I can tell you're really happy doing what you're doing.
Yeah, what I'm doing. I want to build more, but I think it was not a setback. It was just the low before the high, and the high came, and I had written this on my whiteboard that I have there. I wrote this in 2021 that you need to see the lows to appreciate the highs.
100%.
And that happened,
I feel like also the lows in your life helps you build character. It's very, very important.
Too much character development. नहीं हो गया character तक नहीं चाहिए. नहीं हो गया character development.
Manage कर लूँगी without character.
Character development done. No, but I agree. It really shows you who you are and how you deal with these lows in your life. And when I got out of that, I appreciated everything in my life, like my job, my day-to-day, coming back to living a regular life of going out, traveling. I appreciated it so much, and I was just like, so I think that would be the one big moment for me.
Yeah.
What about you?
The low before the high?
Yes.
I think it would be, I've been lucky enough to have like a really good career arc, but there was this point in 2023 where there was a layoff and the whole of leadership team had to let go because the startup wasn't doing well. And that's the year I decided that, you know what, I am going to take the year off and not rush into the next thing, not panic. But I was really low, at my lowest at that point. Luckily, I was also in Goa, so I had really incredible community around me to support me through this. But what came out of that here is Rweda. I don't think there is anything else I would be doing or building. This is my priority right now. And yeah, I think that has been my little bit of a low that took me to this big high. And had that low not been there, I would have never taken a career break per se. I was literally doing nothing. I was going to the gym, I was surfing, I was painting one painting every day.
Wow.
That's it.
Where are those paintings?
At my place. You come home and you will see them.
All
Like, I
of
was
that.
doing all of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
one
Very
painting
nice.
a day is
Very
what I've
nice.
done. I've framed them now. So that's what I did. And I think it's something I learned that every 7 years, maybe 6 years, I would definitely want to take a year off.
Amazing.
And that's one thing that I
That
realized.
is such a cool concept.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
came across it on a reel, but it's called micro retirement. Guys. It's a very cool concept. It is something that we're doing, that this generation is doing, and it's good that you brought it up. Is these breaks, interval breaks, where to avoid burnout and just to reconnect with what's important to you and like yourself, which is what you did when you traveled to the States.
Absolutely, connect with myself. I thought also before that I was living in Goa, but because I was so busy with my job that I didn't have time to explore Goa that well. I spent that year making some incredible more friends in Goa, going to all the art exhibitions. If there is a friend who's a DJ and is playing a set, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be there for everyone that year, and that's what I did. I spent some time with I learned DJing. Like I literally learned.
You did?
Oh my god, yes!
I remember you asking on the group about mixing consoles and things like that, and I knew that you are going towards that direction, but you need to play for us.
I know. I have a set.
I want to learn
DJing.
You teach me, or maybe one time.
I don't think I'm as good to teach, but
we'll do a live where you play a set.
Oh my god! Let's do it! I can totally. Oh my god! I'm gonna gift myself this year a good console. I'm gonna do that.
Do it. Get a console, and maybe one of our acid sister pods. You'll just be mixing, and we'll be vibing.
Done. Okay, let's do it.
And I'll be learning from you. That is such a vibe. That will be so.
You can paint. You paint really.
Yes,
and I could be mixing.
Really good ideas. We have to make it happen.
We are making it happen.
We are making it happen. That's true. That is true. We are on the manifestation couch. I love it. Very nice. Good one, Fatima. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good job. Oh, we're on the last question.
Last question. Okay.
You can ask me first.
Okay, all right. If your brand was a perfume, I think every human or person is a brand, to be very honest. If your brand was a perfume, what would it smell like?
Oh, very nice. I would be a mix. I would layer the fragrances because I'm into layering right now.
Everyone is into layering fragrance wardrobe.
But babe, it's not that common in India yet. It is a big deal abroad.
I am waiting for
I think you should bring it
hit India.
I hope. Because right now India
Yeah.
is still focusing on, you know, the premium prestige brand fragrances. Niche fragrances are still not so big. But layering is something that you can introduce.
Absolutely, like a layering set. So how would you layer it?
I would layer a rose scent because
I love a
the
good rose. Oh my
scent.
god, I love it.
With a good vanilla scent, and that mixed together is me.
Wow, man, I'm working on this beautiful rose lassi, rose kulfi.
Ooh, that
so
would
it
be
has
like
some milky
yummy.
vanilla, but it
Yeah.
also has some like
Girl!
velvety. Oh my god, you're gonna love it.
You're making this happen. I can't believe it. I said it, and Fatima is actually working on it.
Yeah, I'm actually working on it.
Incredible.
I will make. Actually, I don't have the sample here, but I have it with me here in Bombay.
You have to send me samples.
I have to.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
insane! I can't wait to see
Yeah.
that. Oh my god! Wow! My scent manifestation is already coming to life. But yeah, if I were to ask you this question.
if my brand is a perfume.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. So I think that's about it. You just took my scent and you were like, I can make that.
I can make that. My brand is a perfume.
You tell me.
But yeah, just to answer your question, if I have to gravitate towards a fragrance would
scent.
represent me, a scent that would represent me. It's the first drop that Rweda is gonna have. It's called Mughal Majesty. It's the most elegant leather out there. Like I have been wanting a little leather fragrance, but every leather out there is so loud and just inspired from the Mughal queens and the Begums, and how they have this power about them, but they also have this poise and gracefulness about them. So the perfume starts with like a white jasmine, white floral radiant start, like very elegant. and then beautifully dries down into this commanding leather spicy fragrance. So yeah, that would be my.
Love it. Very
Now, if you ask me a
nice.
perfume question, I am going to describe it like
Yes,
this. I don't know any
love
other
it.
way.
We love hearing
I-
you describe it like this. Maybe we'll do a separate segment.
We can
The
just.
next
Oh
one,
my god!
just talking sense
We
and
can just-
fashion and
absolutely.
clothes.
Absolutely.
Like, which brings me to my next question, which is a good question, and this was not our last question. Is that what is that one piece of
What is
makeup you can't do without?
one piece of. I think on my lip tint. My.
Oh, you use lip tints. Okay.
I use lip tint. My Amy Cole lip tint that I have. That's my like go-to. I can't do without it. I can't do lipsticks that often. I think this tint that goes on my eye, on my cheek, on my lip. It's
Perfect.
just my
Multi-purpose. You don't have the time.
multi-purpose
You're like,
stick. I don't have
let's
the
get done,
time.
yeah.
Let's get done. But more than makeup, I think I'm a skincare girly. So generally skincare, but a hand cream. It's like cocaine.
How, dude? I have never understood hand cream.
Every 30
I've
minutes, I
always
need a hand
felt
cream.
so.
I can't do without a hand cream.
I think I have sweaty palms, so somehow I've never.
Yeah, I think I'm dry.
My palms are always sweaty, so I always never understood the concept of hand creams and why people are so addicted to it. But I can get it.
Yeah.
Like, is it the scent that you love, or
No,
is it
it's just moisturized hands.
Oh.
I also love moisturizing. My showers probably take 7 minutes. My moisturizing takes 15 minutes.
Nice.
I take-
Well, I love that you know the timing.
I know that.
that is a founder,
That's the
ladies and gentlemen. She knows exactly the time. And it's like at the back of her head. She didn't even have to think. There wasn't even a second that she stopped to think about
I've
it.
actually timed this.
Yeah, wow. But,
But not for the founder reason, because I want to optimize my time in bed. Like I can sleep for longer.
fair enough.
it's for
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Now, founder
Yeah.
reasons, you can optimize your
Yeah,
time.
that's right. Oh my god,
This
that's
is what
all
I'm
fun.
gonna learn from Fatima. Time optimization. But
Oh my God.
nice, good one.
What about you? What's your
One
go-to?
makeup I can't live
Yeah.
without is a good lipstick. Very, very important. Just brightens up your
Yeah,
face. Just a
absolutely.
good lip. And now I'm turning into a mascara
Yeah, I was
girly.
gonna tell you, your
Yes.
eyelashes are always like
Yeah,
on
I'm
point.
becoming a mascara girly because it really lifts your
I
eyes.
agree.
I learned this from Priyanka Chopra, by the way. So Priyanka Chopra is the brand ambassador of Max Factor.
Yeah,
And she
I've seen your photos. Yeah,
so she mentioned it in a lot of her content, saying that I don't leave without a good mascara, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah,
Like it really
I
lifts
agree.
your
I
eyes.
agree.
Though you become a
could get onto
panda
it.
when you when you cry, it's just like,
I think that's my problem. I
But-
cry a lot.
yeah, bro, girls, bro, I cry a lot, and then every time I'm just like, but yeah, those two would be
Yeah.
it.
How much is a lot? I'm very curious because I cry a lot.
I cry a lot. Like I watch a movie and I cry. I'll watch Modern Family and I'll cry.
I'm taking an auto ride from Pali Bhavan to home and I cry sometimes. I cry a lot.
And I love, and I think that needs to be normalized, you know, like women crying is not a weakness. It's
not a
totally
weak-
fine,
yeah.
okay?
And it's not like I'm really going through something.
Yeah,
it's just
like,
my outlet.
just a release.
yeah, just a release.
Like I would cry if I'd see a baby, dude. I cry if I see a puppy. I cry at we cry at sunsets.
yeah.
We cry
I
at
cry at
music
sunsets.
festivals. We just
Yeah,
we
yeah.
cry, and I think it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
think that's what makes us so pure and so cute.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
it's
so too.
cute. Yeah, and now
Thank
and
God
now,
my boyfriend thinks
now
I'm
I'm not apologetic about crying
Yeah.
in front of guys as well. I'm like, this is me. My tear ducts are just like that. You know, I can't. You got to make peace with that, okay? And they're like, okay, fine.
Give me the confidence of Nikita Mishra. please.
No fair, yeah, dude. Now you know what I've realized, and this is something I'll tell you also because you're newly seeing somebody. Is that just be yourself, okay? Be your unapologetic self, goofy self.
That I am.
For the longest time, at least I did this in my early 20s, was tried to like dim my actual self to be somebody that I'm not,
Yeah.
to just look cooler,
yeah.
be hotter, be cooler. But now I've realized that is not cool. The coolness is you being you.
100%.
And the best, and that's when you know if you've found the right person
because
to be
I'm my
with.
goofy self. I am so goofy.
If they see that and they love that,
Yes.
if they don't like it, or if they're like a little hesitant to your actual self, you shouldn't be with them anyway.
Absolutely.
Like, so
100%.
just be you
yeah.
and cry if you want to cry every time.
He's keeping up with it.
Oh,
He's
so
learning.
cute! I love it. Cute. We'll do another episode on relationships.
So
and
many
we'll
new
discuss-
episodes to come. Fragrances, relationships.
I know, painting, DJing.
Painting, DJ.
Note these
Yes.
ideas down.
We will.
But okay, last question of the
There's one more. Okay.
Last one. What is your power outfit?
Oh, I think honestly, I have a bunch actually, but
Go for
nothing can beat an all black outfit for me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that
you're an
is
all-black
I'm
girl.
such an all black girl. currently. It's daytime, so maybe not in summer. Peak summer.
She was wearing an all black before this.
Yeah,
She
I did, and I
changed.
changed. I was
She
like,
changed.
oh, maybe.
I love what she's wearing though. But she came in
I'm
an
such an
all
all black girly.
Yeah, nice. That's actually, I was an all black girl for the
Yeah.
longest time. I loved black, and my mom
Yeah.
used to be like, "Can you bring some color into your
Oh
life?"
my god, my mom, same thing. Every time she opens my she's like, you only have black.
Yeah, bring some color, and I was like, I should bring some color into my life. So now I'm trying to, but see, I'm wearing black.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of us should always
Have some representation.
Yeah, black represent.
Fair. For me, my power outfit is a good high-waisted trouser with
I've
like
seen you wear those quite a
those
bit.
just hit, like they look so.
You also got the body for it. You carry them.
I
so
think
well.
everyone can wear.
I
it.
agree.
Don't
I
even go
agree.
into this
I think I
conversation.
agree. Okay, I'm not even going. I love a
everyone can wear
high-waisted
this.
bag. I
I am
agree.
pushing for girlies to advocating for every girl to wear bikinis.
Yeah.
And everyone, if that's something that you'd like to do, don't let your body shape.
Yeah, absolutely. But high-waisted.
High-waisted it's a little uncomfortable after a point because I bloat, but it looks
Yeah.
great when you're not bloating.
That's true, but I feel like I feel comfortable because there's just something about this area below your navel having some support.
That's
I kind
true.
of like that
That's
idea. I
true.
don't like the button hitting me there. Like
That
I
is
like the
true.
soft fabric
That is such a
there.
good
Yeah,
point. I
yeah.
never thought of it that way.
yeah. Which is why a lot of women feel very exposed when that part of their body is seen. Which is why bikini is uncomfortable for some women because that part for a woman is very, very intimate.
Intimate.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
But
right,
yes, this was a great conversation.
because I
Fatima.
loved it.
We did a good job. We did a good job, guys.
We did a
We're
good
like,
job.
we're like, wow.
I just hope the space is okay and the battery hasn't died on my iPad.
No, I think we'll be good. I think
we'll
we
be
spoke
good,
for a good time, and we're very excited to do more of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've discussed
and do
a lot
some
of
post-production.
ideas. A lot of post-production.
Yeah.
We need post-production help, but I think we have some exciting ideas for all of you, and we're motivated. And
Yeah, we are very motivated. Now I have a reason to come to Bombay very often. So hopefully you will see this couch a lot more. But Nikita, I hope you come to Goa as well and we do some episodes.
You
in
have to
Goa.
see her apartment. It is so pretty. It is so beautifully curated.
I'm such a good home girl.
and we need to also show you our Goa community, our different
Absolutely.
spaces and things
100%.
like that. So I think a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline, and thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for everyone who stayed till the end of this podcast as well.
And those who didn't also, it's fine. We will make you stay eventually.
Yeah, we are learning. Support us.
Yes,
please.
yes. It's our first time. So thank you, Fatima.
Thank you, Nikita. This was great. I'm glad I made it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it.
I'm glad we did it.
And I have a very, very strong feeling, and I know it 2025 is our year.
It is going to be
And
our
I'm
year.
saying it today, and I'm going to keep repeating it in every podcast episode that
Yeah.
2025 is our year.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to see how it goes for us.
तेरे मुंह में घी शक्कर
मेरे मुंह में Nutella.
Nutella ले ले यार
Love it.
Nutella ही
love
देते हैं I was gonna crack a joke but I'm like maybe not
We'll see. Maybe for the next one, we'll open up a little more. But yeah, that's about it, guys.
That's about it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end. And thank you, Nikita. Great
you, Fatima.
conversation. All right. High five.
Bye-bye.
Good one.
Break
All
the
right.
leg.
See you again. We don't have the fan.
We don't have the fan. Next one.
Next one,
time.
next
Break
one.
a leg, ladies. Break a leg.
All right.